Guys, welcome back. Come on in. So happy you're here. Put my phones on silent. You know how I forget this stuff. All right, we're going to be starting soon with a new recipe. I've never made this before, but it looked yummy, so I'm going to give it a try. I think I have everything. Olive oil, chicken, mustard. All right, it is allergy season where I am. I hope you all are doing well. I'm sipping on some apple cider vinegar tea. I like to drink that. It's great for, digestion and all kind of stuff. But it's just good for your tummy. And I don't know why. My metabolic specialist recommended it. It's just hot water, apple cider vinegar, a lemon wedge, and some of the skinny syrups. I've heard that oftentimes when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. So I try to keep a beverage with me at all times. And of course, it's got the alkaline drops in it. If anyone's not familiar with that, please let me know. Just getting a cutting mat and a knife. Let's see, what else? We're gonna cook this. I'll get some gloves. We'll do a little bit of an unboxing too. Working on this rotisserie chicken. Hey Tracy. All right, guys. So glad that you're here. So it's lunchtime. I'm not really hungry, but I'm gonna eat anyway. This is the schedule. Let me turn off my phone. The availability that I had in my schedule. So let me introduce myself for anyone new here. We'll go ahead and get started. Hello, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher today. And in this class, I got a new recipe that I'm going to try. But what we do here on my channel, I am chronicling my weight loss journey. I just love to cook and I love food that tastes good. I've been tested for food sensitivities. For me, that was a cheek swab on the inside and some hair samples. So I have a list of foods that I can have and then a list of foods that I have to avoid. So my substitutions are really just about cooking food that I would want to eat or cook for the family. Hey Val, so glad you guys are back. Food that I would want to cook for the family, and I think you guys like it too, using the ingredients that are approved for me. But if you can have the full flavor and you don't have to make any changes, I'll definitely talk you through the regular as well. All right, so I have a little Alexa device in my kitchen. You know, we have these robots everywhere, and I changed the screensaver on my device. You know, if I say the name, it'll come alive. So that, you know how you can set it to whatever screensaver you like your Facebook photos or whatever. I actually changed the settings. I didn't know this was a thing, but I've changed the settings so that it shows me, you can indicate what your interests are. And of course, I put food as one of mine. And so it always like rotates through different recipes. And then I can see the recipes that it recommends. You can put in your preferences, like if you need to do, low sugar or, vegetarian or whatever. And then it curates a list of recipes that you can, you may be interested in, and it'll play the little video and then you can save it. So I've got a little catalog of recipes. So I'm not sure if you knew that, if you have one of these. I think it's called the Echo Show. So that's definitely something. So this is what came up on my Echo Show yesterday. There is a channel that I watch called Tastemade. I like all of the cooking shows, Bon Appetit, Food Network, but Tastemade has a channel, and they had this recipe on there, and the title is Express Chicken. So you can Google it, or I think I put the thumbnail in the picture for this post. But basically, when I watched the recipe, it literally was like a honey mustard chicken over a bed of rice. Really simple. It's literally one page. These are the ingredients and these are the steps. So it's not complicated at all. And so I looked at it and I said, ooh, again, that looks good. But, I can't have honey and I can't have rice, but I can have pretty much everything else. So we're going to give it a try. I got a few things that may be a little janky, but y'all, we're going to make it work. All right, so I'm going to tell you the ingredients that you need, and then we'll go through them one step by step. So this recipe has you actually cooking the chicken breast cutlets. So it has you cooking them in olive oil. It has 2 chicken breasts, mustard, honey, orange juice, cream, and parsley. That's it. All right, so I tried to gather everything here. Let me do a quick unboxing because I got this box here I meant to show you guys earlier so I can have some more counter space. But I had an order come in. Dun, 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 dun. Since I'm drinking apple cider vinegar tea, I already know what this is. So I got my apple cider vinegar gummies. You guys have seen me use brandless products before, and I think I may have a link for them too. But what's wrong with honey? Oh, hi, Jimmy. Nothing's wrong with honey. I love honey, but I have to watch my sugar. So I have a honey substitute that I'm going to tell you about. So I can definitely have the honey experience without the sugar. But nothing's wrong with honey. So anyway, this is what came in my order. So I got a 3-pack of these apple cider vinegar gummies. Again, completely optional. But my metabolic specialist, if you ever have any digestion issues, I don't, but occasionally things happen. So she suggested making this apple cider vinegar tea. And I will drink that from time to time. That's what I'm sipping on. Just coming back from vacation and, really overindulging and trying to just, get your system back the way that it needs to be. But I have these apple cider vinegar gummies next to my bed, and I take 2 every morning, and I had just run out. So you can see, they kind of taste like candy. And they have, I don't know, good stuff. Apple cider vinegar. If you don't like the taste in the tea, gummies may be an option for you. All right, so that was the unboxing. Oh crap, my recipe. All right, so let me get my apron on. See if I can put a little knot in the top. All right, so we're gonna make this express chicken. Hey, Evelyn. All right. So it's lunchtime and I'm between meetings. That's not big enough for my head. Yeah. All right. So on this recipe, they have you using chicken breast raw on a Costa Rica apron. I'll tie it up around my neck so it stays up. I have a rotisserie chicken. If you guys saw yesterday when I did the California Pizza Kitchen duplicate or substitute that was excellent. So I've got this whole chicken. I used the shears to cut it up yesterday. So if you don't have good carving skills, that's totally fine. You can use good kitchen shears to take a whole chicken and basically cut it up into pieces. So that's what I did. So I'm going to take the chicken breast from the rotisserie chicken. The recipe does call for you cooking it from scratch, which is totally fine, but I'm going to save a step. So the first step says, spice the chicken strips and cook in a pan with olive oil until they brown. So this chicken is already cooked. So I'm just going to get some gloves on. Completely optional. You can get in there with your hands, but you know, when I'm handling raw meat, sometimes I just like to have gloves on. They're good to have for cooking and cleaning. All right. And now it says, spice the chicken strips. What are you supposed to spice them with? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't see any spices. I don't know. Somebody take a look at the Tastemade Express chicken. I'm just going to do salt and pepper, but I don't know what you're supposed to spice it with. Because the ingredients just say olive oil, chicken breast, mustard, honey, juice, cream, parsley. So I guess spice it the way that you like. Whatever you like. All right, so I just got this copper pan. I think I got it at the dollar store. So I'm using rotisserie chicken. So this is some chicken breast that was left over from my California pizza kitchen. So I'm literally just going to get in here with my fingers and just pull it into strips. Again, if it were raw chicken, you would just cut it into bite-sized pieces. But since this is already cooked, we're going to save a step. So just trying to think of different things that we can do with ingredients on hand. Val, usually however you like. That's what I'm thinking. We're just going to do basic salt and pepper. You know, since it's rotisserie, you would think it would have a little bit of flavor, but we all know chicken breast, it is the healthiest, but it can be a little bit drier and a little bit blander. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So what I have so far, just the chicken breast in the pan. I think I'm going to get the other one. Let me dive in here. Again, I'm using rotisserie. This is just from the Warehouse Club. Let's see. Got this whole carcass, y'all, I know. But I'm going to go ahead and, I showed you how to cut it yesterday. I'm just going to get in here with my hands and rip off the chicken breast. I know, barbaric, but I got the gloves on. All right, so I got my second chicken breast. I'm going to peel off the skin. Toss that, and I'm going to do the same thing. So the recipe calls for 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So you can do from raw. I've never made this recipe before. Like I said, it came up on my Amazon Echo device, and I said, oh, I can make that. Everyone does it differently. You're right, Bill. Everyone does it differently. So I'm still going to put it in a pan with a little bit of oil just to warm it up because I've got this rotisserie chicken out of the fridge. So it's cold, but it's cooked. Hope everyone is doing well. Happy Tuesday. And I'm just using my hands to tear it into strips. If you had kitchen shears, you could cut it. But if you saw the thumbnail, the finished product looks like, you know, chicken cutlets. All right. So let's take our gloves off. And I'll wash my hands because I got a little powder on them. But this is what I have. I'm going to try and hold it up better. Uncle Stu got on to me about that. So just chicken breast in a pan, already cooked. So let me put my rotisserie carcass away. Wash my hands. But rotisserie chicken is great for, you know, quick protein on weeknights. We made the California Pizza Kitchen yesterday. You could shred the chicken like this and put it in soups. What else? We can do a chicken quesadilla between a tortilla, some cheese, and cilantro and pico. What else? We could do, if you like it in breakfast, you could do an omelet. I'm just trying to arrange this chicken back together so I can put the cover over it. Chicken salad. You can make a bed of greens. And then I like the warm chicken, the warm protein over cold greens. So there's definitely, you know, options that you can do. So far we've made 2 recipes with our chicken breast. So this is just going to go back in the fridge. Okay, so again, the recipe says to cook your chicken in olive oil and spice it. So I don't use olive oil. The oil that's been approved for me is this MCT oil. It's a coconut derivative, medium chain. I don't know, technology. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a home cooker. So I'm still going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil. I'm just going to put a pump. Maybe two, one for each chicken breast. All right. And we'll do just a little bit of salt and a little pepper. Keep it really simple. Then I'm going to go put it on like a medium low and just move it around. Of course, if this were raw chicken, you'd want to cook it thoroughly and temp it, I think, to 165 is chicken. And just make sure you turn it. If you watch the video, you'll cook it in oil, like a little shallow pan fry. All right, just toss our chicken and our pepper and our salt, and we'll put this on the stove. And I will put the top on it so it moves pretty quickly. I feel like I seasoned it kind of light, but first time making it. We'll see how it goes. Clean it up. Okay, so while our chicken is warming, I'll stir it around and make sure that it gets nice and warm and coated well. So step one, spice the chicken. Cook it in a pan with olive oil until they brown. So I'll just get the spoon and move it around. I've got the heat on a medium high. I'll go turn it down. That's step number one. There's only 5 steps. Step number 2 says add the mustard, honey, and orange juice. Okay, so for mustard, I have regular mustard, and I'm supposed to have 2 tablespoons of that. So I'm listening. I'm using all of my senses like Nana taught me. Hear that chicken sizzling. I'm going to move it around so we don't get any hot spots. We want it to brown. We don't want it to burn. Again, rotisserie chicken, it's already cooked, so I'm just warming it up. Okay, 2 tablespoons of mustard. This is just regular old dollar store mustard. I don't even think this is French's. Hey, use what you got. I'm not a big like mustard connoisseur, so I just buy it when I need it for a recipe. But I'm going to show you guys how to make a really easy honey mustard. So we've got our mustard here. I'm going to put it into a little container so we can see. Get a spatula. I'm working on some equipment, or someone's working on some over the stovetop equipment for you guys, and I'm thinking about getting like a little induction burner here so I don't have to go back and forth. All right, so I just scooped out our 2 tablespoons of mustard. And now for the honey. So I can't have regular honey because I have to watch my sugar. So this is what I'm using. This is a brand that I love, Sucrin Gold. I think I've gotten them on Amazon. You can buy directly from Sucrin from the website, but they have a great honey substitute. I've used this on tortillas when I'm making sopapilla. They make syrups and all kinds of stuff. 1 tablespoon of honey. All right, move that down to medium-low. So 1 tablespoon, that's hard to see. If you can have real honey, please have real honey. But it gives me the honey experience. You see it's got the consistency of honey, if you guys can see that. And I think it tastes amazing. So that is my substitute for honey. So if you need to make a quick honey mustard sauce, like if you want to dip it for tenders or whatever, literally, let me scoop it out some more. I'll just get a spoon. Because I'm greedy and I want all of it. Just getting all of our honey out. Then get all of it, but all right. Literally, if you need to make a quick honey mustard, it's really just honey and mustard. So you can make a quick dipping sauce from home without the extra money of honey mustard and the extra ingredients. So you can make your own chicken tenders, whatever you like, salad dressing, whatever you like. All right, you guys can see our chicken is starting to brown, so I'm literally just gonna turn it down. It's cooked. It was already cooked. So we just wanna get that heat through all of it. So our chicken is good. Good enough. All right, so here's the janky part. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup of orange juice. I don't drink orange juice. I don't have orange juice. But I still have from breakfast, I didn't eat it all. I made a fruit cup with some oranges in it. So I am going to use my citrus squeezer. I'm going to pluck out my oranges from my yogurt. I know, don't judge me. And I'm going to squeeze. I don't even think it's going to be 1/3 cup, but you're probably just trying to get a little hint of the citrus. I have some lemon and I thought maybe I could do lemon instead. I do have lime juice, but I'm going to use the remnants of my orange to make 1/3 cup of orange juice. Is that not crazy? That's what I got. But the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of orange juice. I know I'm not going to get that much, but here goes. Because this is going to be like a creamy sauce, if I get some yogurt in there, it'll be fine. All right, so I think I just got this from Walmart. It's a little citrus squeezer. I have a lemon one, this one, and I have a lime one. So I'm literally just putting my fruit in here. So janky. But if you have proper orange juice, if you drink orange juice, please use that. The fruits, I don't really drink a lot of juice. I did when I was on vacation. I went to the Caribbean. I had, oh my God, pineapple juice, coconut water, passion fruit juices. I had all of that stuff and it tastes amazing. But, you know, I did feel the bloat from the sugar. So I have filled this up with my yogurt covered oranges. And I'm going to squeeze it as much as I get a bigger container. Squeeze it. All right. It's a mess. But I'm getting some juice. So let me get the rest of it. Just a splash. I know I'm not going to get 1/3 cup. But I think, because this juice is going to go in with the honey mustard, so I think it's just like to thin it out a little bit because we're going to make this little like honey mustard sauce and put it in with the chicken. All right, I think I got it all out. Hey, you experiment. All right, not bad. All right, so I'm just squeezing my fruit. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to toss the orange in there too. Orange chicken, right? That's a thing. Let me wash my hands. All right, so let's see what we get. I know it's not 1/3 cup, but I got some orange juice with yogurt. And I've got our honey mustard that we made. So it says add the mustard, honey, and orange juice. So I'm just going to pour that in there and then stir it up. So I have more of a watery kind of sauce. Again, if you just have regular orange juice, it wouldn't be creamy. All right, so step 2, we're going to add to the chicken the mustard, the honey, and the orange juice. I'm going to taste it. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so we're going to pour this in with the chicken. Again, we are using rotisserie chicken breast, or if you have chicken cutlets, chicken chicken tender, what is it? Chicken breast. All right. So in here, we're going to pour our honey mustard sauce. Mustard, honey, and orange juice. All right, I'm going to use my spatula to get all of it in there. All right, just want to make sure I coat everything well. Don't want to waste. All right, so I'm going to stir and just make sure we get all of our chicken nice and golden. I'm not going to toss the oranges in there yet. Maybe I'll do that as a garnish. Maybe I won't. All right, so I'm just mixing the honey mustard and the chicken. Maybe, I was going to say maybe I could have just done it with the honey mustard. You would have a thicker sauce, but the orange juice just gives it some liquid. Not bad, y'all. So this is our orange chicken so far. I'm going to taste them. Always taste while you're cooking. Not bad. All right, so I'm going to put this back on the stove, clean up a little bit. So honey mustard chicken, rotisserie chicken breast, a little salt, a little pepper, honey mustard, or honey mustard and orange juice. All right, so we'll keep that on low and we'll clean up here and let's see what step number 3 says. Mix and cook at a low fire until the bottom of the preparation reduces. Okay, so what that means is that if I had more liquid in my sauce, whenever you cook something, you know how you're cooking spaghetti, if you leave the spaghetti sauce, if you leave the top off, the heat will make the steam, the water evaporate as steam from your food, and that's how you get a thicker sauce. So that's a little tip. If you want to keep the liquid in, keep the top on. If you want it to, thicken up like a stew, take the top off, and over time, it will thicken up. But since I didn't have very much to thicken, we may have to skip that step because, again, the recipe called for a 1/3 cup of orange juice, and you saw I just had a splash. All right, washing my hands, cleaning up. All right. So we're going to give it a stir and then go on to the next step and see how it all tastes when it comes together. All right, one moment. Oh, got rid of my spoon. All right, I still think it looks good. It's a little light on sauce. You already know why, but I think it's fine. Add the cream, spice, and sprinkle the parsley. So for cream, it calls for 3 tablespoons of cream. To me, that's heavy whipping cream. I don't know what other cream it would be. Since I can't have dairy, I'm going to be using this one. This is a Silk plant-based heavy whipping cream. I really have been pleased with this. A couple uses for it. If you guys have seen my cream whipper, I used to buy this, all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. I use plant-based whipped cream, coconut cream, almond cream, but you use it, you toss it, use it, you toss it. Try to be sustainable. I'm not crazy about the environment stuff, but I try. So I went ahead and bought this, and literally you unscrew the top and then you pour in heavy whipping cream, and then this is what you can use to put your whipped cream on. So you can make your own whipped cream with this heavy whipping cream. If you can have dairy, use the regular one, and either a hand mixer. You can do it by hand. It takes a long time, but once you just whip it and incorporate that air into it, you get that nice whipped cream. So this is what I'm going to use, and it says 3 tablespoons. All right, so let's get that. So this is 2 tablespoons, so we'll do 1.5 of these. And it's made from coconut milk, so it is white like cream. Is it supposed to be lumpy like that? Hold on, y'all. April 24th, yeah. Maybe I was supposed to shake it. Was I supposed to shake it? Here we go. All right. So you got, well, it's hard to see with a white measuring cup, but you can see. It gives me the cream experience, but it's made from coconut milk. Hey, before the billions. Oh my gosh, so good to see you here. Thank you guys for stopping by. We're making a Tastemade Express chicken. I'm trying a new recipe. I found this yesterday. It's really like a honey mustard chicken. They serve it over rice, but I'm gonna do it with my substitutes. So we're at the step where it says 3 tablespoons of cream. So we did 1, and now we'll do a half more. So on my test results, I'm sensitive to cow dairy, so I have to make substitutes. If you can have dairy, use heavy whipping cream. If you can't, welcome to my world. All right, so I'm just gonna stir this in. So we have our chicken with honey, with mustard, and with orange juice. And then we're adding our cream in here. It says add the cream and parsley. So I did have some fresh parsley left over from, I don't know. Herbs are one of those things that, it's kind of like they can go bad really fast, but I had put some in a little, I love these little dollar store containers for small ingredients. So I had fresh parsley. I think they're like little condiment cups. If you guys saw the video that I did, the taco salad meal prep, when you make your little taco salad, you can put your salsa or your sour cream or whatever in these little containers, and they're excellent. And then pack it all in a meal prep container to go. How much parsley? 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley. So this is how our chicken is looking with the cream mixed in. Let me get a tablespoon of parsley. So we want to have a little green for color, so we've got a tablespoon here. A little more. So we're putting that. I'm not really a big parsley fan. For me, it's more of a garnish, but if y'all like parsley, that's what the recipe calls for. But it does look nice up against the honey mustard chicken. All right, so let me just stir. And now it says serve over rice. All right, so let me stir this up, and we're gonna put it back over on the stove to warm. So you guys can see what we have so far. And I'm gonna taste a little bit. Always taste each step along the way. Don't wait until you sit down and the whole thing is plated. This is the time to fix it if you don't like it, as long as your food is not raw. So that's what we have with our parsley in. Just cooking for 1. Not bad. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more black pepper, just because the mustard and the honey and the cream are very like mild. I'm gonna do a little fresh pepper. All right. Again, this is optional. If you don't like, the extra spice, you can skip this step, but that's why you taste as you go. So I've got some fresh black pepper, and I'm just gonna cover it. All right, stove is on low. Now, This is what I really wanted to try. The cooking part is done. It says serve with roasted potatoes or white rice. So I can't have, I'm sensitive to gluten, so I can't have grains. I bought this cauliflower rice from Costco, and they're basically 6 little microwave pouches that you can microwave and go. So we're gonna make that for the first time today. Cauliflower is a great substitute for starches. If you guys were on this morning, you saw my smoked salmon bagel on a cauliflower sandwich thin. You can have cauliflower pizza crust. If you saw my shepherd's pie video on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, it's Founders Week for my alma mater, so happy Founders Week, Spelman. But yes, you can use cauliflower for a lot. So you see it's a package here. Doing this for the first time, but this is a vegetable, so cauliflower rice. So let's see what it says. And only 25 calories per serving. So there's 2 servings in here. I'm just looking for, okay. So you can do it on the stovetop. Gently massage the contents of the package. Pour into a medium-sized skillet. Add 2 tablespoons of water and a touch of olive oil. Cook over medium heat. I think I'll do that. All right. I'm gonna get a small skillet because I'm only going to cook what I'm going to eat. You can put it in the microwave, but I do want to do it on the stovetop quickly just to get, I don't know, just a better cook. All right, so gently massage. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want it to be mushy. I want it to still have like the structure of a grain of rice. I'm gonna do 1 pump of my coconut oil because I can't have olive oil, so I'm gonna do coconut oil. All right, I'm getting excited now. I love trying new stuff. So this is going to be my substitute for rice. So I'm just peeling this open. All right. Smells very veggie, as it should. 2 tablespoons of water. All right. Since I'm doing half of the package, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of water. Just enough to kind of make a nice little plate. All right. So this is going to be my rice substitute. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water. And cook over medium heat. So this won't take long. We're just going to get it to like brown and crisp up. All right, so we're going to clean up while our rice is cooking, heating. It's already cooked. And then we're going to plate and then we're going to taste. One other cauliflower thing I'll show you guys, a snack that I absolutely love, and I haven't had it yet today, so I'm going to make some. And while our rice is cooking, I'm going to make a beverage. Hey, Mona, thank you for coming. Happy Tuesday. You guys heard me talk about cauliflower as a great substitute for starches. Got these from Walmart from the ground up. They're cauliflower stalks. If you like veggie straws, if you want a good substitute for chips or veggie straws, I'm going to have these as a little snack on the side. They have all kinds of different flavors. This one is just salted, but it gives you that nice like chip experience without like gluten, and it's plant-based. Okay, so are potato chips, but you know what I mean. Let me stir my rice. Okay, use all of our senses when cooking. Listen for the sizzle. So let me put things away. Oh, we're gonna make a beverage. I'm looking for my picture. Again, that's just cauliflower rice. Hey, Mona. Is it dirty? Yeah. All right. I am going to be making a sweet, unsweet tea. I avoid sugar wherever possible. This is an option. Those of you who know me, I know about the brands, but you brew this just like hot tea, but the sweetener is in the bag. I think it's Splenda, which is sucralose. And this is the pitcher size. So this is family size. They also have these individual. I'll show you guys some of the individual ones I have, but I'm just gonna brew this. I was looking for a pitcher, brew it hot, and then you pour it over ice. So we'll have a nice southern sweet tea without sugar. All right, I think we're good with the cauliflower rice. I just wanted to put it on the stove so that it could kind of brown. I'm gonna taste it. It may need a little bit of salt. Mom taught me to put a little bit of salt when you're cooking rice. So this is gonna be our rice substitute. If you can have actual rice, please have some for me. I'm gonna do a little taste. Because you want flavor in every bite, not just on the chicken. Need salt. All right. So temperature is fine. It did taste like vegetables because it is cauliflower rice. So I'm just gonna salt and stir. So for my test results, I don't have to watch sodium, but I do have to watch sugar. So salt for me is okay. Much better. All right, my Keurig is out of water. 1 second. Another option for salt and flavor at the same time, you can do garlic salt. I may do just a touch of this just so you have a little bit of flavor in with the salt. But if you're using garlic salt, you really don't need regular salt because obviously this has salt in it. So again, you know, cauliflower by itself is a pretty bland vegetable, but it's a great starch substitute and a great vehicle to bring other things that have lots of flavor to your palate. All right, so let's clean up. I'll make these snacks. So if you want a good snack, if you need a good substitute for chips, again, from the ground up, these are cauliflower stalks. They're actually very tasty. If you like veggie straws, you'll really like these. So I'm just putting them in a little container for portion control. Never eat out of the bag. If you just put your hand in here, you'll eat a lot more than you should or than I should. So I just put my portion in little containers so it kind of makes me feel like, oh, this is just for me. Plus, I watch the calories. All right, still going with the tea. Uh-oh. I just put them in here until they start falling out the side. And once they fall out the side, that's when my greedy portion is done. All right. So again, these are the cauliflower stalks. They're pretty big. This is sea salt. They also have cheddar and a whole bunch of others, but I avoid dairy. Walmart or directly from the ground up. Mm. All right. I make my portion and then I put the bag away. That way, when my portion is done, the bag is gone. All right. Okay, I think we're ready to plate and just about done with this tea. So let's see how our honey mustard chicken over rice is. So for plating, I'm going to use a black plate today. I try to make the finished product, jump off of the plate. So if I have something that's a lighter color, I'll use a darker plate. If I have something that's a darker color, I'll use a lighter plate. So just a little tip from me. All right. I only use half of this rice. For me, that's enough, but you probably, if you're a big rice eater, you could probably eat the whole pack. But the portion is 2.5 in here. Other things you could do with the cauliflower rice, if you like a good stir fry, a good fried rice. I've seen so many different recipes. Wherever you use rice, give cauliflower rice a try. If you have to watch your starches, if there's anything that you guys want to challenge me to try, I'm always happy to try new recipes. All right. Clean as we go. Blow my nose. All right, and wash my hands. Oh, it's allergy season where I am. Hopefully you all are not suffering like we do down here. All right, so let's plate. Let's start with our rice. Rice. Yeah, last step, serve with roasted potatoes or white rice. So when plating, you just want to try and get, good coverage on the plate. So I'm just going to put this down and kind of spread it out a little bit because the honey mustard chicken is really the star of the show. All right, so we have our rice on the plate. Now, let's get our honey mustard chicken. If you guys saw the thumbnail, so we have our rotisserie chicken with honey, with mustard, with orange juice, parsley, and I did some extra black pepper. Looks pretty good. We're just going to plate this on top of the rice. If you like comfort food, this is a good. I try to do extra protein, so I try to have about 8 ounces per meal. I only eat 2 meals a day, so this is going to be my last meal of the day. I think I'll do a little extra parsley just for the green and make my tea. I'm just doing the dried parsley flakes. I know I have the fresh one on there, but just for a little extra. Not bad. Do my food styling, get everything tucked away nicely. Cauliflower rice, honey mustard chicken. We're gonna taste it. Let's do the tea. All right, so I know this looks janky, but this is what I had. So we're using our Lipton Southern Sweet Tea, which is unsweet. The sweetener is in the bag, so you brew it hot. Those of us in the South know that you have to sweeten it while it's hot. You can't put the sugar and stuff in it when it's cold. And then you pour it over ice. So I'm gonna get my ice. All right, and so anybody new here, my food sensitivities showed that I was more acidic and I needed to drink more alkaline water. You can buy alkaline water. To me, it's expensive. You can also get these drops on Amazon. I put them in every beverage. So I have my glass with ice and it turns regular water into alkaline water, just a few drops. That way when you drink, it actually stays to hydrate you because I was just drinking, and it was going right through me. All right, so we have our brewed tea, and I'm gonna pour this over ice. Try not to miss. All right. Gonna get a straw. Yes, I use straws. Don't come at me about the turtles. You saw my cream whipper, so I'm sustainable where I can be. All right. So this is lunch. We've got unsweet sweet tea and honey mustard chicken with cauliflower rice. So let me take a picture. This will go up on all of my pages and on YouTube on my community tab, and then we're gonna do the taste test. Just take lots of pictures, then I post the one that looks the best. But you guys know that's how my channel started. I just started taking pictures of what I was eating, and people were like, "Did you make that?" "Yeah, I made that." So now I walk you guys through the process. So I just take lots of pictures. I'm sure Before the Billions knows that. Some with the flash, some without the flash. Turn the plate. Just keep taking pictures. All right, now let's taste. I want to hold it up long enough. Uncle Stu said I didn't hold my food up long enough. But this is a rotisserie chicken breast, honey, mustard, orange juice, black pepper, parsley, and it's supposed to be served over rice, but for me, that's cauliflower rice. And unsweet sweet tea. Love the tea. Ooh, if you want to get even fancier. Skinny mixes, you guys know me in these flavors. Sugar-free, calorie-free, all these different flavors. This is cranberry. If you want to do like a cranberry tea. They have raspberry. You can make whatever flavor, peach, whatever you like. Good for cocktails, tea, everything. All right, so let's try this chicken with the rice. Chicken and rice, right? A staple. It is good. The only thing, the cauliflower rice tastes like cauliflower. You know, rice, regular rice, just has like a neutral taste. So if you're expecting a chicken and rice experience, it's more like a chicken and vegetable experience. So the cauliflower rice is very good. I'm gonna eat it. But you know how you look at something and you think you know what it's gonna taste like? It tastes like a chicken stir fry. Good. Yeah, I just had the rice, the grain rice expectation. This is not that. But hey, it's still good. I would definitely eat it again. If you can have rice, I would eat it with rice or potatoes. Maybe a mashed cauliflower. Instead of cauliflower rice, you can get, yeah, I think that would be better. Cauliflower rice or cauliflower florets. You can buy them fresh or you can save time and buy them frozen. If you guys watch my shepherd's pie video, get the steam bags, steam the cauliflower, and then I put it in a pot with a little bit of garlic just to brown it. And then you put it in a blender with, if you can have dairy, I think it was like milk, cream cheese, butter. I use goat's butter, almond milk, maybe, or goat's cheese. I can't remember it, but it's in the shepherd's pie video, and blend it. And it whips up into this nice, creamy mashed potato substitute. I would like that better with this chicken over mashed potato instead of rice. The cauliflower rice is okay, but still good. I would definitely eat it again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Look, if it's good, you see me dancing. And I'm not saying it's not good. I'm definitely gonna eat all of this, but I think the taste of the cauliflower kind of messes up my honey mustard chicken experience, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm always himika, or how do you say it? Jicama with butter, salt, and pepper. So is that like a mash? I've heard of jicama fries. So that's probably like another starchy vegetable that you can cook and mash. But yeah, I would definitely, the chicken is a winner. So chicken breast with honey, with mustard, with parsley, with pepper. Um, I would probably put it over a mashed vegetable instead of a riced vegetable. Mmm, Leanne. Mmm. She's having stuffed peppers. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Leanne is eating stuffed peppers, so we can do these tomorrow. You guys have seen me do them for breakfast. You cut off the top. You can put egg and cheese, other vegetables inside. You can make it as a sausage and peppers with ground sausage. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But this is a great meal. Put it under the broiler. So thank you. I love it when you guys try stuff. So I'm always here to try. I cook every day, so I'll bring you guys in the kitchen every day. And I'm going to tell you if I love it, if I like it, and if I don't like it, you'll know. But I'm going to hop on to my next meeting. I think I'm done. So this is it for food for the day. I'll probably just have some teas and some other stuff. But I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you on the next show. So Tastemade Express Chicken, if you want to see the recipe. It's really a honey mustard chicken. Excellent. If you can have it with rice, have it with rice. I used cauliflower rice because this is on my plan. And it is what it is. But the tea, unsweet, sweet tea, so good. All right, Instagram, thank you. Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you, and we'll see you.